That is 4 bright pondies.
Nice.
I'll be back.
10-4.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did we get anything else?
No.
Oh.
Nothing else. Sadness, that's what we got.
Sadness and disappointment.
Doesn't want to buy a net. Just drag it across the pond.
Just catch all of the fish?
Yep. And all of the crap along with it. Oh, I got a key.
Nah, another key. Throw it with the rest.
Hunter call reputation increased. Doesn't even move.
Yeah.
Grade 2 Hunters of the Treacherous Plunder.
For grade 2?
Yep,
Nice.
grade 2. I'm a bit sad now because I used to every so often fish these up. And I've like,
I know. I lost like 3 or 4. I would have been almost halfway done. And sometimes it wasn't that I didn't know what to turn them into, but a couple times I forgot to turn them in.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
yeah,
you'd put them as
exactly.
part of your treasure or something, and then you'd forget.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see, it looks like it's nothing, right? And it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
And it's so easy to overlook because you're like, I'm just fishing, you know, and you just don't think about it.
Alright, there's all of them.
Whoop whoop. Level 3.
Ooh, nice.
So, I appreciate you turning those in. I am going to have to log, but hey, this is a lot easier with 3-4 people.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, hopefully you guys get a couple more. And,
That's the plan.
and we'll have to get the hunters back together to get some plunder.
Yep.
Totally.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good one,
Have a
too.
good night.
Yeah.
Forefox and Leecros, what are your timetables?
I could go for another hour.
Hour easily for me, yeah.
Okay.
Forefox could just go all night.
I could.
He's the
I
Energizer
could.
Bunny.
I have nothing to do tomorrow. Other than just try to fix my car.
I have work to do. I know it's not a surprise at this point. I have work to do tomorrow.
Yeah. I used to work on weekends as well before. And on holidays as well.
I'm just gonna leave this rowboat, and
Okay.
then for our whatever our next turn in is gonna be, we'll just take the whole boat instead.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna be our last.
Because otherwise, it's gonna take me another 15 minutes just to row back.
This is when we just start raking in the loot.
Right.
There is
right.
a ship coming towards our island.
I don't want to hear that.
What? This is reality. It's a reality. It's right there.
Look, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't
Where
exist.
where Forefox?
If you look at the Ashen Winds, there's a sloop that is hurting.
It's
going.
hurtling behind that island.
Yep. It's towards the east, northeast from our location.
All of his lights are on.
No. Is it?
I
No, something is glowing on their deck. They have treasure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a treasure light, which means they're storing all of their loot on their deck.
They also have an emissary flag.
Yeah.
I don't think it's heading to our island though, is it?
It's turning towards us. It's turning.
It's
I think it's-
definitely heading in this general direction. They might
Yeah.
be turning in
It could-
at Sanctuary?
They could be going at it, but they're pretty close to us.
Yeah, just keep fishing for now.
Yeah, we'll just keep fishing and keep an eye on. They probably like see like all the glow from the keys that we just have over here.
You're probably like, what's going on here? And I'm like, kill him.
I'm gonna throw away all of these friggin' gunpowder crates so they don't just shoot at it as we all die.
We all die in one grand explosion.
So I'll just move them towards the shoreline, so if they try to swim towards us, we can just shoot at the barrels and kill them all. It's kind of like Normandy.
Does that make us the Nazis?
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Is that the comparison you want to make?
Are we the baddies? Are we the baddies
We're
now?
the bad guys. We're...
There, I've lined the shores.
See
Yeah, it
them
looks
coming
like they're
in?
going to the outpost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
If only we had a rowboat.
Yeah, I could just row over there and just be like stealing all of their stuff.
It's more like...
Kind of like what happened to me.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even notice that people were stealing from me.
It's more like powder keg their ship. But yeah.
Oh, that's too obvious.
Or maybe it's not obvious enough.
I'm gonna be surprised if they did store powder kegs on their deck along with their treasure.
I mean, a lot of people still do.
Yeah.
Like me. Usually
Yeah.
I'll keep one up in the crow's nest. Just in case.
Well, it's on the crow's nest, but you know, I mean, like on the deck.
That's fair.
Yeah. There's been a few times where I shot up a sloop and then they just kept their powder keg on the deck and they blew up. I'm like, oof. I start feeling bad when that happens because it just means that they're newer players.
Right.
It's not like I celebrate or whatnot. I only celebrate if it's like a brig or, you know, a galleon, because they should know better.
If they deserve it. Brigs and galleons always deserve it.
Yeah, they do. If they store under their decks, they definitely do. A part of me just wants to, like, after you guys leave, just be like on the island, but on the outpost, just stay there.
Just to live on the outpost.
Waiting. Just waiting, you know. Because that outpost has been quite popular today.
Yeah.
On this server.
I feel like our audience of skeletons is continuing to grow.
I got chicken here. The chicken decided to like commit suicide by submerging itself. Well, they could drown.
I think they can drown, can't they?
I'm watching a chicken underwater, just clucking about like nothing is wrong.
Huh.
It's like snakes, they do this all the time.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain they can drown if they're in like a crate or something.
In a cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess before they're caged, they're just immortal. They don't need to breathe. It's like pigs, they don't need fed until they're actually in the cage.
Yeah. They lose their mortality.
Then all of a sudden it's wah! Banana!
Well, you have like to turn like 4 different kinds of those pigs. They all start whining at the same time.
I have a high tolerance for merchant voyages. Pigs are the one things I do not have the tolerance for. I can deal with snakes. I can deal with finding specific animals. I can deal, well, I mean, there's nothing bad with chickens, but those pigs, not a fan.
They need it so that if you just have like a caged chicken on your ship, it just starts laying eggs. You can just cook those. Just an egg on a frying pan. No water, just an egg.
Then you'll have to cook 100 eggs for the hunter's call.
Yeah. Yep, that's Sloop.
And they'll probably do something strange like, I don't know who has the yellow fish here. I have the yellow fish here. Okay.
That Sloop has his butt towards us.
Well, that's good.
I don't know why it moved there. Just to be like, oh, I'm gonna face away from you now.
It's tempting us.
It's mooning us.
Good job, fish.
Nope, they're moving now.
They have an emissary flag up.
Yep.
I'm gonna head back to the ship with my pondies.
Okay. They're on a 45-degree course, a little bit towards us.
I will hang out on the ship for a moment, just in case. Keep an eye out on them. They might be heading for the Reaper chest.
Ship gone?
There's one up north now.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're heading away from us.
Away?
I think so. Looks like
Oh
they're
yeah,
heading
they
away.
are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah, they are. Definitely, 100%. You're right.
Making me doubt myself.
I know. Usually. It's always a hard thing to figure out angle on Val when they're like at
Yeah,
a 45 degree.
It is. I agree.
I used to play Silent Hunter, and those are the hardest ships
1,
to figure out.
2, 3, or 4, or 5.
Oh, my favorite was 3.
That's. Oh boy, here we go again. My failing to get onto this rock. I was a Silent Hunter 4 guy. I'd like to get into 3.
It's okay. Silent Hunter 4 was pretty good. It's just I remember the disappointment I had in it. Wolves of the Pacific was like.
I enjoy the scale of the ships in Silent Hunter 3 because you have like those large cargo ships.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
Key?
Silent Hunter 4,
Oh, yeah, you got key.
You don't really have that kind of
You
scale.
run into friggin' what's it called, the junks, the Japanese
Yeah.
junks, where you don't take damage and you just ram your ship or your sub into them.
Yes.
That was insane. When I first saw somebody do that, I was like, wow, wow. I mean, you don't do that, do you? You run into anything, you sink.
Yeah, I used to be really good at 4. I probably am not anymore.
Yeah, 3 was my favorite. It's just. But I know a lot of people like 4 too.
4 did feel pretty arcadey, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish Silent Hunter 5 was more of a throwback to 3, but it was. I felt like they really dropped the ball on it. But then again, I stopped having enough time to play those kinds of games.
Right.
By the time 5 came out, so. I remember how buggy Silent Hunter 3 was sometimes. Just ships just beaching themselves.
Obviously, they were being sailed by Sea of Thieves players.
mean, destroyers would do that all the time. It's like they would hunt for me, and then they're like, no, sure. Another key. We are now proud owners of 7 keys.
2 more to go. And then we shall have the 9 keys of power. What do they do for us? Absolutely nothing.
What is it good for?
We can line the deck of our ship. That won't get anyone's attention, right?
A bunch of orange glowing. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you need the resurrection tomes?
I do not need the resurrection tomes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which ones do I need?
just...
I know there are tomes that I need. Let's see, Ashen Treasures. I need Tome of Fire 1 and 2, and 4 and 5. And obviously I need to sell all 5 Tomes of Fire. Yeah, I think it's just the Fire Tomes that I need.
Gotcha.
Oh, and the Tomes of Power. Never mind.
Okay.
Come on, power!
And then it's just Ashen Keys, Ashen Chests. I need 1 more Tome of Curses, Tome of Curses 5. And then, of course, I also have to defeat the Mutinous Helmsman 2 million times.
Yeah!
The Two-Faced Scoundrel 37,000 times, and the Duchess 20,000 times.
Yep. I have those. I've done all of them except for defeating enough of those boneheads.
And those combinations are rough because, obviously, you need a skull for it. And then you need to do a skull for it. And then you need to not die doing a skull for it.
Yeah, it's like, even if you don't want the treasures, like, you gotta complete it.
Yeah. But, of course, after you go through all that work, why would you not want the treasure?
Exactly, yeah. But forts like that are rough as a solo player. Because no matter what you do, you will always get chased off by any greater than 1 player.
Yeah, if you take too long especially. Like, forts are overall one of the easier challenges to do, but only when nobody cares to do them.
Yeah. It's usually the other players that are the problem.
Which, of course, is exactly why I enjoy Molten Sand so much, because nobody does Molten Sands.
Nobody goes there, yeah. freaking like upper right-hand corner of the map.
Yeah. Often, early in the morning, like Eastern time, is a good time to do world events because there's just like nobody's on except a couple of sloops, and the sloops are mostly interested in doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm. I just wake up really early in the morning just to play Sea of Thieves. That'd be... Before I do my morning routines, just Sea of Thieves. That'd be something.
There's been a few times where I've woken up and have had like a weird afternoon shift where I've played for a few hours before going to work. But if I can't put a few hours in, I usually don't. I'll go play something else.
Right.
Good fight, fish. Wait, what? Why do I have bananas? These bananas do not help me.
Eat them, chunky boy. They have potassium.
I do need potassium.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people need potassium in their diet.
That was a trophy too. That fish. Man, I wish all trophies didn't put that much of a struggle.
That's why I love about these like ponds and whatnot, is because they're so small. It's very easy to catch trophies and whatnot.
It's a little hard to tell them apart, but I think that's just me.
Yeah. Experience.
Yeah, because to me, all of these fish look absolutely enormous.
I mean, if this was real life and I start catching fish like these size, I'd probably be a professional fisherman.
Yeah. Fishing in real life is something that I never had much of an interest when I was younger. Like, I would fish, but I would get distracted very easily.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of patience in waiting around. Nowadays, I probably could go out and do some fishing. And...
Hell, we've done enough of it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone got an ashen key.
Damn it.
Throw it with the rest.
Keeping an eye on a brig that's very, very far away.
It's probably that brig that was chasing us earlier.
Just hide behind the islands. Like, where did they go? Yeah, it's so far away that it's like...
You can just barely see the sails.
Yeah. I'm still gonna hold on to my theory that these ponds are stocked, and it takes time to refresh.
Maybe we could go somewhere else. I was reading up, and they say that if not here, then one of the next best places is either going to be the shores of Gold Island, but we need to have a tall tale that somebody has for that, or a pond that's part of a sea fort that's not being active right now because no skeletons will do that.
What is it? Oh, there's one just to the north. I see.
There's Hidden Spring Keep, I think.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I mean, we can go there and give it a shot. We definitely would not be bothered by any skeletons, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not really being bothered here by skeletons, though. They're just cheering from the stands. Oh, they need some water. They need a drink of water. That's all.
Sell them $1. $2 a bottle or something like that. Because they're always expensive in stadiums.
Yes. Everything is expensive in stadiums.
I remember my disappointment when I was like 9 years old. I bought a jumbo hot dog and I thought it was gonna be gigantic, and it was like, I was 9 years old at the time. It was like smaller than half of my forearm. Like, it's so small.
Yeah.
God. It's funny I remember that. And not much of the football game itself. I don't... And I fell. And I'm getting stuck.
Well, Hidden Springs Keep is about to get rained on in about 25 minutes. Not bad.
You want to wrap up? You want to wrap up with a little bit of storm fishing?
I don't know. We were talking about heading to a different island to fish and see if we had any better luck there. And
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
yeah.
Grab the keys.
Grab the keys. Yeah.
Oh man, I can only grab one key at a time.
I know. They're so heavy.
They are.
Bring the gunpowder barrels too. We can drop those off the whatchamacallit place.
Oh yeah, I need to turn in 4 of those.
Yeah.
To the merchant.
Oh.
See if we can find one more on the island.
Oh, let me up.
Because there's 3 at the beach.
There-
Never mind.
There
There's
should be like
like
5.
Yeah.
There's 5 now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, where did the other 2 go?
I'm glad these ashen keys don't degrade in water. That would be interesting. An interesting
The
mechanic.
salt just erodes them away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they're ashen keys, right? I might be thinking their name a little bit too hard.
Then again, the wind would be blowing them away. Oh god, I'm getting stuck. No, I recovered.
If there's any chicken crates here, we can also catch these chickens.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't seen any too when I was looking around.
All right, Lucky Skull, you're coming with me.
Oh, well. That was
That's
easy.
useful. Yeah. Get all the keys. You don't need to bring them all the way back up to the mast. The outpost is right next to us.
Okay. I'm kind of afraid might get skeleton ship. And it's like,
You probably absolutely will. Ammo crate.
nice, we used a lot of ammo. That's great.
I see 3. Is there a 4th? Is there a 4th up there?
I think there's one hidden, like on top of one another. Yep, there's 4. Yep.
Oh, I just dropped it in the water.
You just dropped it in the water. Yep.
That's a tiny target.
Yeah,
Got it?
it is. It's like a pixel. Yep. It's as bad as skulls.
I'm surprised I'm having as much luck as I am. Is that all of them? No.
No.
Yep.
There's one.
Nice. There we go. J2 knows how it's done. Holding them in his hand like increases its hitbox.
Yes. Until I accidentally harpoon him up.
No, you can harpoon me now.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
All right.
Good to go.
Alright.
Onwards. Onward! To adventure.
And beyond.
Alright, let it go.
Letting it go.
Lower sails.
Sails are down.
Oops.
And sails hard right.
Hard right.
Oh man, a well-run ship is a thing of beauty.
Or horror.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna go fill up on cannonballs for fear that we might just get skeletoned immediately out of the gate.
Off the ship.
Okay.
Got back on the ship.
And we immediately get skeletoned.
Gunpowder barrels are going up. It's to our left.
Galleon.
It's out of my arc of fire
Turning.
now.
Did it sink?
No.
No.
It
Negative.
couldn't have.
Yeah, what?
What?
What? Okay, let's turn this around. This is like the time where J2 shot it at once. One shot, and it just...
Victory!
Victory? Question mark?
Oh my god.
We only put
I
like...
heard an
shots,
underwater explosion,
Yeah.
underwater. I'm wondering if it hit something that was maybe it hit a gunpowder barrel that was floating in the sea and it had dropped to the ocean, like dropped to the floor, but it hadn't despawned yet.
Yeah, it could have done. I did hear a weird sound. You're right.
That's the only thing I can think of, because that was not nearly enough shot to kill it.
No, it was totally us. We did that.
Yeah, it was... We don't know what we're talking about, J2.
Raise all
We're
sails.
just that good.
We're just that good, yeah.
Alright, all the gunpowder barrels were stored away. I felt in my bones that something was gonna happen. I just didn't realize it.
But we took care of that.
Yeah.
We took care
We fixed
before
it.
they hit us at all. God. Oh my goodness.
To our southeast, to our left.
Oh, I see it, yes. To our southeast. Man, this will be our third galleon. Jeez.
Might have to drop the sails a little bit because it's fairly far out there. At
I don't
least
see
one
it
of them.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, straight ahead.
I see it now.
I'm raising the back sails now.
Yeah, raise all sails.
Yep.
All sails up.
Storage crate.
Nice. Yeah.
Silk.
I'm gonna try and get one of those gems. Getting absolutely nothing. There it goes.
Considered firing Forefox off the cannon, off the harpoon.
Yeah, I know, right? I got this now. I got the right angle. And that's it.
That's it.
That's actually not very much for a galleon.
No, it's really not.
Maybe it all blew up underwater during the explosion.
Press X to doubt.
I don't have much luck with loot on galleons. I just don't. I'm sure they're more likely to spawn more valuable loot, but as far as sheer amount of loot, the sloop just spawns so much more.
Takes a lot less effort for sloops, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, all sails down.
Okay.
And that could very well be part of it. I mean, I have far more experience sinking sloops than I do galleons.
My galleon experience is that they have, yeah, there's a chance for a lot of good loot, like ruby gems and ashen chests,
Yeah.
on top of we didn't even get a captain's skull. What?
Nope.
Now that is strange. There's usually always a captain's skull. Unless
Raise
the captain
sails.
died in the underwater explosion, which meant...
Keeping back sail down.
Okay.
Also, I've been putting all of our loot in the captain's quarters, and everybody else has been putting it below deck.
I mean, we can bring it up now. We're turning it all in.
That's fine. Needs a few more bananas. bananas? No bananas for me? There we go.
Wow, we have 3 storage crates now.
And nobody around.
No, there's a break to our left.
That player sloop is to our northeast. That's
This is fun.
the land.
It's all good.
I was going to use my special wood plank. That's not actually special.
Oh yeah, that you fished up.
I completely whipped on the ladder. Should get the powder kegs off first, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount of loot considering the fact that we were just fishing.
Because the game wouldn't leave us alone.
Yeah, it kept throwing galleons at us.
Yeah. There's one more up there.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, I'll let you get it. I'll keep turning in all the small bits and pieces.
Ow.
Mm,
This is fine.
you die and the thing blows up.
I thought about that possibility. I just hoped it wouldn't happen. I've completed a goal from the event challenge.
Yeah, I was just gonna check which one the hell did I complete.
×2. Which other one did I complete?
I didn't complete any. What?
Oh, 2 total dives. Find and hand in 2 shipwrecked chests
Oh.
to the gold hoarders.
Okay. I must have already done that one.
Yeah, then of course hauling in the 4 gunpowder barrels.
And I just got another one done.
You people, jeez.
Speed running the event.
I know.
That's the 4 hauling booms.
Do we want to hold on to the mermaid gems for Hunter's Call?
That's up to you guys.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to Forefox.
Yeah, let's leave it. Yeah, because we'll hopefully find more treacherous plunder. And then
Yeah.
we'll turn it in then. I am gonna sell the ritual skull though.
Yeah. I don't think we're doing Fort of the Damned. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
It's gonna be so sad selling off all those
So,
keys.
yeah, it is.
I mean, you can buy the chest quests here.
Yeah, you
They'll
could.
put it here if you want to do them.
Mm,
To get your tomes?
That would be the only reason, too. I'm not really invested in it at the moment. I have infinite time to get those tomes.
But do you have infinite keys?
No, but I have infinite fishing hooks. J2.
Nice, grade 5, Hunter of the Disgraced Skull. God, so many keys again. It's just...
Oh man, so many keys. Why do I have so many keys?
Need a key ring.
Yeah. Make it happen, Rare. Ashen keyring.
Yeah, there we go. Make it something special. That nobody's ever gonna use because keys are so rare unless you're fishing.
Unless you're fishing. Yeah. I see that player sloop sailing around in the distance, but they're not coming towards us, so... Oh. Oh.
Huh?
They're hiding.
Behind a rock?
They're hiding behind the rock to the north, but their glow of treasure power is giving them away.
Yep, yep.
Ah. Poor guy.
That glow could be that because they have lanterns still lit on underneath the deck, too. It may be that.
Maybe. I don't know.
I always think it's like, oh, they have so much loot. It's like, they're glowing with power. Glowing with gold.
I'm under the impression that it's loot, considering they're probably waiting to turn in. So what we're going to do is we're going to sail off, and then I'll just tuck on the island.
Yeah, well, we do need the 5 steel.
It's true.
5 stolen things.
I'm not entirely sure if I'm the one who should be going and trying to tuck anywhere, but...
That's
true. That is true.
But you know, you can. There is something called a clothing chest, where you can change your outfit.
Why would I ever change my clothing? I will ask you. Ah! That's... I missed.
Alright, he's got the last flame.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Alright, well, the storm is basically at Hidden Springs now. So we could go to Hidden Springs and try to fish up more pondies.
Bye, J2.
Bye. Ow!
I'm surprised I actually hit you with that. It looked like it was going over the ship.
How dare you?
How rude!
This is for leaving us.
How rude.
I'm actually surprised I hit you. That was a hard shot. Oh no, not again!
Let's see if that sloop goes over to turn in.
You might not, considering our mermaid just popped right there.
We just need to go on the opposite side of Golden Springs.
There's no sloop there. It's a brig.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah, that is 100% brig.
Solo brig player?
Solo brig player. hiding behind a rock.
I don't know why else they'd be hiding behind the rock unless they're trying to ambush us.
They could be on the island over there. Doing the gunpowder one? I think that's a fort.
They are at a fort.
They're
Yeah,
all for
they-
it, yeah.
Oh, this is such a perfect time then if they have gunpowder barrels on their ship.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't have a... Oh, there should be a gun chest over here that I can get like a sniper rifle.
They're moving off.
Come on, where is it? Equipment. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the opposite side of the island now.
Brig's not moving. Unless we're looking at different brigs.
Yeah, they're not moving.
They're moving extremely slow. For some reason.
They're moving backwards a little bit.
They also have the Reaper's Mark flag up.
Ah. Well, this one doesn't have a flag up.
What the hell? Which one are you looking at?
We're the one looking at the fort.
What direction is your? What direction is your?
North,
are you
northwest.
looking?
North.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. I guarantee it's got the Reaper's Mark flag on it.
Huh.
It's not rendering that for me for whatever reason.
Yeah,
It's
likewise.
strange. Well, since it's not moving, we might as well come back to the ship.
Yeah, it's true. Good job.
Yep. Still need to get that hop going. before
Likewise.
Yep, I see the Reaper's Mark from here. Yeah, that's strange. Usually, I thought you could see flags from a distance.
Usually you can.
It's
And
not
now
the
they're coming
Reaper's
this way.
No, they're going away. Wait,
No, they're coming inwards.
they're coming this way? Okay. I see how it is.
Should have some cursed cannonballs.
Yep. But not very many regular cannonballs. Wait, there should be some in the storage crate up the deck as well.
Yeah, there's
Move sails, center sails.
30, 70. Oh, there's a rock in front of us.
Yeah, we need to turn. I'm going to load it.
It was used as a distraction.
Yes. Oh, there's no holes. Only above deck holes. We're good.
Anything directly in front of us?
There we go, sails are centered.
They've raised sails.
Oh, do they think we're coming after them?
I don't know.
Probably.
I could cannon myself over to them. Convinced them. Come after us.
Sails a bit to the right.
Alright, sails a bit to the right.
Yep, they're
turning out
turning.
They're turning to our direction.
Surprised I haven't tried to cannon anyone over yet.
I mean, dude.
I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of circling right now.
Yeah, they're circling. Yeah, I think they want to. They're figured that we're gonna attack them, so they're just.
We did kind of make a big loop around them, so.
That's an island.
Yep.
We should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, from this side. They're definitely chasing us. This is a chase.
Chase for what? We have nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah, we literally turned in.
They want to use their cursed cannonballs on
Yeah,
us.
that's exactly what it is.
That's, yeah.
They're sailing away though. Turn southeast.
Maybe they are heading to Sanctuary. Maybe we should have stayed back there. Jeez.
Rip. Oh well.
Well, we'll probably come back to the ship anyway, since it looked like they're gonna try to attack the galleon. I doubt J2 would be like, yeah, guys, you could just stay there.
Oh, I'm sure J2 would be fine.
Huh? What?
He could totally take on that brig by himself in the galleon.
Oh yeah. How, did you not see me take on that skeleton guy and just destroy it?
Yeah, I was there. I only got like 2 shots in.
Why are we both going in the same direction?
Are they?
They're pointed at Hidden Spring Keep like we are.
Yeah, they are. They're not even stopping at sanctuaries. You're just sailing right by it.
Okay. This is fine. Okay, I guess we do have some mermaid gems. I forgot about that.
Fill up on ammo just in case.
Yep, I got blunder bombs as well.
I see Hidden Spring.
Maybe they don't have a full crew, and they want to come in and use their cursed cannonballs, but they don't want to get like close enough to.
They also want to use their explosive barrels because I guarantee you they have some.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they were loading up at the keep. So just cannonball over there and snipe it in the presence.
They're very far away.
If it seems like we're going to park, I almost guarantee you they'll try to come in.
Well, we're gonna need
Raise
to
sails?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that in front of us? Barrels in front of us?
Third.
Any explosions?
Nope.
No explosive barrels.
No explosive barrels. I thought that they were all powder kegs at first, and then I took a closer look. Alright, that brig is sailing parallel. It has not turned towards us yet.
Oh, I'll look at it in the map. It's heading away from us, south. Yeah, it's heading south away from us. Looks like it's gonna go to the Reaper's hideout or something. Man, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna watch the ship.
All right.
And just like that, our fishing power has been divided by 3. Alright, they hard turned away from us, it looks like.
Okay.
I'm back.
Come back.
Yep,
Yep.
they're heading away. Well,
Yes. Good.
maybe they're turning.
Not.
Okay, yeah. They want to fight, they just don't want to fight a galleon. Oh man, I don't even have my lucky skull with me.
Yep, we sold it.
I know.
Well, we're already coming up on Leecros' cutoff.
Yeah.
It took a while to get here.
Yeah, we
It
did.
did take a while to get here. This means we have to
Sad.
fish hard and go fast. And hope for no more interruptions.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my sword because we don't need anything else for this island.
Right?
Yep, they're definitely going to Reaper's hideout, so. Time to get fishing for plunder.
Here we can actually spread out a little bit and not just stand on top of each other.
Yep.
I like how we're upgrading places to fish from.
I wonder.
I doubt it.
Come on, anything's worth trying once.
I mean, it's a good vantage spot at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, something tells me this isn't gonna work. Don't
Hey,
know
old
why.
hat.
Oh, nice! Yeah!
That.
I-
There we go. Try this.
That kind of leads credence to my theory that these ponds are stocked.
At the very least, for like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Or like the plunderers.
Yeah.
Treacherous plunders. Because, I mean, it's like it was feast for the early stage and it became famine.
Yeah. Alright, so I can fish from here. It's not quite as good of a vantage point, but...
Yeah, you have to throw your bait further, or your hook further.
Yeah. Key.
Key. Nice.
How am I getting this down? I'm just sitting here next to me, I guess.
Yep.
I'm sure that won't become inconvenient at all when we try to turn it all in.
We're probably just gonna go to a fishing outpost.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's only 5 doubloons per key, so...
Yeah, I'm not worried about the keys. There will come a time and a place where I'll want to grind out ashen chests, but it's not today.
I keep hearing like a buzzard's call. Yeah, those are buzzards.
Looks like the player brig is going off to do the skull fort. Or at least they're sailing in that direction. AKA away from us. Oh no, they're coming back this way. Never mind.
Check the map.
Oh yeah, they're coming back this way.
Directly at us?
Not directly at us. But pretty close. They're coming in at a steep angle. And something tells me they're not just gonna sail past us.
Okay.
Bring the fish bones. Or, wait, I brought the whole lot. Never mind.
Yeah, there are no fish bones for me. Alright.
Yeah, they're turning towards us now.
Well, I mean, they're sailing past Rum Runner Isle. They haven't turned exactly towards us. If they do, I mean, we can use gunpowder barrel. They
We have
still didn't put
cannonball
up.
crate here.
They didn't put up the emissary for Reapers, which is interesting.
Yeah, they just have the Reapers marked, that's all.
They
Yeah.
also don't have any cosmetics. Which
They
doesn't
just
mean
turn
anything.
off the light. The
Yeah.
pack.
Nice.
Maybe we won't
Nice.
see them, guys. The
They're turning in.
glowing red flag certainly does not give them away. Keep an eye out for mermaids. They could try to swim someone over.
I'm turning the ship for a broadside.
Yep.
Don't fire unless they're actually going to fire, though.
Okay, great.
One of them is looking at us with a spyglass from them there on the front end of the ship.
Sail on by, fellas.
Not sure if they're trying to see if we have loot for them, or...
Our captain's quarters is going to be ablaze with gems.
Yeah. Here, I'll hide them with my weighty mass.
Flop on top of them.
Seem to be sailing on by. I'm not seeing any mermaids crop up.
Alright, I'll continue fishing while you continue looking.
Well, there's a skeleton ship.
Yeah. I'd have probably gone through that.
They've raised their... No, they haven't. It just looks like they have. Maybe they have? Might be parking at Lone Cove. No?
Now they're turning away from it.
Okay. Might be coming back. That Ashen Lord just popped. They're sailing towards the skeleton galleon at the moment.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say let's go back to fishing.
Do you still have time?
Yeah, that's a fair point, isn't it?
And we can call it here and
You and
come back
Forefox
to it again
continue.
tomorrow, I guess.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and bring in. I got the old hat here. Go ahead and.
But isn't Among Us tomorrow?
I only have 3 people who are who have activated that emote, so
That's
could be a situation where just not enough people,
I thought I was
Yeah,
one of them.
interest just waned away, it seems.
Yep. which is fair.
It is. It seemed like there was a lot of people interested, and then they just didn't.
Yep.
They just.
It's also the
didn't.
holidays as well.
Yeah, that's
you know.
true. It's that time of year.
But if there is no Among Us, there definitely will be Sea of Thieves.
That's true.
Is that 2 skeleton galleons up ahead?
Yeah.
Jeez. I
My
feel bad for that
My bloodthirst
book.
is going, we need to attack them while they're fighting the galleon. But my pragmatism
Don't risk
is
the
saying,
hat.
don't risk the hat. Don't think that's what it's saying, but it's saying something similar, along the lines of you need to go to sleep because you worked early in the morning.
Very prudent.
Of course, now that I think about it, I think I have 2 people in with me tomorrow, so it shouldn't be too bad. As I check my schedule in real time while watching the Reaper ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should not be bad at all.
Gonna go after that flotsam.
Today was bad. Oof. Saturday before Christmas? Yeah. Well, I guess I could be a productive member of the crew and cook some of these bondies. At least the trophies.
Wow. Real bust on the loot. The flotsam.
No trophy fish?
No trophy fish, just a gem and a key.
No.
Or not a key, a goblet. An action goblet.
Can keys spawn in Flotsam?
I don't think so.
I've never seen it, so...
Where's the... I know I'm near the fishing outpost. Where is it?
It's like right in front of you.
Cool.
Practically.
Yep. In front and to the left a little. So we should probably raise sails.
Ramming speed!
Okay, here we go.
The best way to
Ramming
stop
speed
is
it is.
to hit a speed bomb.
Oh.
Look at that, though. Look at that.
This is a
That
nice,
parking,
nice park
yeah.
job.
No.
No.
Turn in that hat.
Yeah. Turn to that hat.
Turn in that hat.
Wow, we have a lot of, like, random fish.
Yeah.
Shark needs to be cooked, though.
Not gonna bother cooking the rest. Unless we have to cook them. I mean, that's one way to cook them, yeah?
Yep. Got both of the masts. It's pretty good shots.
Grab chicken. Oh, and we have the gems. No, the gems. That got me to grade 3 Hunter of the Bright Pondies.
Nice.
Pretty fancy. Alright, I think that's all the gems.
Time to set fire to the below decks. Where are the... Oh, it's probably downstairs.
Raise anchor!
Whoops, I think I hit somebody.
So when I said raise anchor, not stand on anchor.
Off towards the Ashen Lord. R.I.P.
Hope that brig is watching.
It's like, why did that galleon just spontaneously combust?
The rock is gonna be in the way. Sad.
All right. Fun times, fellas.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.